in it because we're already like 5 minutes into it. I did want to. Oh, I want to go through all of these, but okay. Welcome everybody, you four, and everybody who's watching the recording to our monthly Fit Republic Empire Freedom Tribe Team Call. I wanted to go over quick the October. I'm like trying to get this up. The October challenge packs for this month, because I know like for newer coaches, they don't always know how to navigate through the back office. So I just wanted to go through what they were quick. And then we'll get into, these guys are going to go over their biggest takeaways from Platinum Edge, which I'm super bummed I wasn't at, but it looked like it was really awesome, like always. So challenge packs that were on sale this month are, I think they're all too, aren't they? Almost. So Country Heat challenge pack, Country Heat Kickstart challenge pack for $180. The Country Heat challenge pack is $140. 21 Day Fix challenge pack $140. 21 Day Fix Kickstart challenge pack $180. 21 Day Fix Extreme, 21 Day Fix Extreme Kickstart, 22-minute hardcore. And the performance one too. 22-minute hardcore and performance line. Size and Size Kickstart, 3-day refresh, Club and Shakeology, Club and Kickstart with Shakeology, holy moly, Pio and Pio Kickstart. So holy, a lot of ones are on sale this month. So
play everything.
Hugs too. We had
most popular for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, so I don't know who. If you guys like want to introduce yourself a little bit. Oh, Brittany's on. She's one of my brand new coaches. So props to her. I don't know if you guys want to, if you guys want to like introduce a little bit who you are, and then like just you can go right into what your biggest takeaways were from what kind of people.
I'm going to let Sharon go first, and then I figure whenever we do our biggest takeaway, we can share a little bit about ourselves, but that way Sharon can share and go.
Thank you. Have an early morning. I'm Sharon Humbarger. I've been coaching for a little over 2 years. I am one of Anne's personally sponsored coaches. And I like have a whole notebook of like stuff. So I'm trying to think of like what was my really biggest takeaway. But first of all, live events must. I mean, like you really just, the energy alone, you can't get that through video or through phone calls or podcasts or anything. Like being there is like such a game changer. So go. I fought it hard because I was like, I don't have the money. No, it's worth it, every penny. But anyway, the biggest thing I think over everything was really just be you. Like that was the biggest thing I could even possibly take away. Hey, Jessica.
Are you giving me hugs?
Biggest takeaway was just to be you, and it was all about branding. So it was like really figuring out who you are. Like if you stripped away Beachbody completely and there was no Beachbody period, like why would people come to you? Like what do you have to offer? Like I recently just heard that again on a podcast, and I was just like, it's all coming together because it's really, that's what it's about. It's about, hey, Gabby, it's about really being yourself. And so you're really figuring out what you have to offer people and why they're coming to you, because they could go get the product from anybody, Amazon, Beachbody website, any other coaches, whatever, but they're going to come to you because they trust you and they like what you have to offer. So they like the connection you provide, they like, your quirkiness and whatever. So just be you 100%, figure out what it is and tell your story and all that good stuff. So that's my biggest thing that I took away from it all. And go live all the time. Go live. If you're not going live, go live like every day. I need to do more. Like I should have already done one today, but that's what people see way more than anything else. Facebook has like an algorithm where they're really truly making it to where they want you to use their live video all the time. And then the next thing that they show more often is videos that you upload. And like the least thing that they show is like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So they want, they want it to come from you and they want it to be stuff that you're sharing. So
I love that. Like you said, be you. I just read something in my personal development yesterday, I think, and it said, or on a team call or something, and it said, Beachbody is not our lives, but Beachbody can change our lives.
Yes.
Sharing how it's changing our lives, not just share Beachbody, but share how it's changing our lives. And I think that goes a lot with like figure out who you are and how it's changing your life and being you. I think that goes really hand in hand. I love that.
For sure. So I hate to chat and run, but that's my takeaway, and I'll try and catch the rest of y'all's, even though I know probably what some of y'all are going to say.
Thank
You got the easy guy going first.
I did. So now you have to find the rest of what's there, because that was everybody's biggest takeaway.
Thanks
All
for
right,
being
ladies.
on, lady.
Bye.
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 Okay, who wants to go next?
I can go next. So my name is Victoria, and I am one of Lauren's personally sponsored coaches. I've been coaching for a little bit over 2 years, and just echoing what Sharon had said about going to live events. I feel like the important thing when it comes to live events is not so much just the training, but just also that energy that you get. You're kind of like in a bubble over there, and it's really important to hone in on that bubble and to just take in everything that goes on, because it's not even just like the trainings so much. Well, actually it is the trainings, but it's not just the trainings. It's being able to connect with people, because we're able to talk to each other like this, and I haven't seen Lauren in forever, but just being there to touch them and to realize that this is a real person. It's just a great connection. Like Sharon just jumped off, and she's been coaching for a couple of years. I've been coaching for a couple of years, and I just finally got to meet her. So it's just making that bond with each other just a lot stronger too. For Platinum Edge, I really felt like it had a theme this year, and it was branding yourself. I went last year for my first time last year, and I loved all the trainings that they had, but I felt like this year was really like centered around branding yourself, who you are, who you want to attract, and what you want to be known for. And I feel like a lot of times, when I first started, I was thinking like, faith, family, and fitness, right? I got my faith. I like to work out, or I didn't at the time, but I do now. And I got my family. But take away Beachbody, take away faith, family, and fitness, and really who are you? And who do you want to be known for? Even though you may not be consistent with certain posts, like who do you want to be known for? For me, I've got twins, and I don't really utilize that as much on Facebook as I should be, because I work out with my kids all the time. But like, I am a mom of toddlers, so I can connect with people of that area versus somebody who doesn't have toddlers. So if you have toddlers, like, that can be something that you're known for, because you obviously have toddlers, teens, whatever. So figure out who you are and who you want to be. I can post something in the group, because I know Sharon was like writing that stuff down, but I really hate writing because I'm a slow writer, and my hand, I don't know about you guys, but I hold my pen very tightly and then I get a hand cramp because I write too hard, but I type everything out. So Christine Dwyer was talking about like attracting the right people and distracting the wrong people, and she gave a lot of good questions for you to ask. Range, what do they do for fun? What TV shows do they watch? A whole lot of questions. I can post that in the group. I didn't even think about it, right. But
will you post definitely want to like create a doc in the file section and put them in there?
I can actually I can just copy my 16 pages of notes and you guys can just have at it and figure it out. But no, I will actually create a document just for those questions to figure out who do you really want to talk to. And we're going to probably watch American Horror Story. So if you guys love those kinds of shows, that's you, be that person. But yeah, so that's kind of really what my takeaway was, is just figuring out who you really are, and just being unapologetically you, because I'm trying to go through my notes, because I feel like I was going to say something different, but I will quit talking because I can just ramble just for the sake of rambling, and I will let Ann take over.
No pressure. All right, my name is Anne. I've been a coach for 2.5 years. This was my second Platinum Edge. So last year was your first one also, Victoria?
Yeah.
So last year was my first one also. And I remember being told, A, live events are extremely important and that they're non-negotiable and you have to go no matter what. And then I also remember being told that B, Platinum Edge is a game changer in a way that it's different than Summit. But what I kept hearing from everyone was that Platinum Edge was a stronger live event than Summit, even though Summit should be a non-negotiable for your business. And I didn't, after having my first experience with Summit last year, I didn't know how that was possible because my mind was blown at Summit. But after experiencing it last year, it just made sense. And this year was really the same thing. When you have something like Platinum Edge that's put on by Christine Dwyer, it really feels like you are being personally mentored by Christine and the top coaches in her downline. And we have a very, very, very strong community in Platinum Presenters. We're extremely lucky to be part of it. And so it felt like kind of being personally mentored, and the training is very specific. And she basically strips Beachbody off and gives very specific targeted training. And so, yeah, I agree that there was a theme this year, which is definitely be yourself, be you. Live video is huge. Show the hot mess. And really there should be a balance between, being professional. You are a business person. You are an entrepreneur, but also being very real and being yourself. Like she gave an example of, she's like, it's not like me to be dressed up with my hair done and makeup on. Like that doesn't feel comfortable. That's not me. But of course I'm going to do it because I'm up here presenting on stage. But if I'm doing a live video, I've got sweatpants on and a messy bun. Like that's me. That's who I am. And so she's like, I might throw on like a little bit of makeup, but for the most part, like that's who I am. So just a reminder to always show your true self. And then to kind of echo everything that's already been said about live events, it's so important for you to go and experience because, Victoria can share all of her notes. I have everything in Evernote. I could share my link, which I have no problem doing, and you could go through and read all my notes. But Victoria takes notes that make sense to her. I take notes that make sense to me. Sharon takes notes that make sense to her. And I may hear something differently having been in the business for 2.5 years than a new coach might hear. I may not need to write down certain things because those things I have down. Like I don't need certain trainings in the same way that a new coach would. So I'm probably just listening and taking it in and maybe being reminded of certain things, but not actually like really deeply absorbing it. And everything kind of gets watered down. So even if I sat here and read through my notes and kind of tried to retrain you, you lose a lot in that. So going to the event is extremely important. I will give you, if you're not already listening to Christine's podcast, I would definitely recommend the Platinum Edge podcast. She does a lot of, so that way you get a little bit of her there. There was also, what was interesting this year was that she had a husband and wife who were the top earners, correct me if I'm wrong, Victoria, top earners in another MLM. They were no longer in network marketing, but they were the top earners in another MLM, which I thought was really interesting that she brought people in who had been a part of another MLM to teach us kind of how they got there. Like clearly they're successful in what they do, and now they're no longer in it, but they basically coaches. They coach network marketers. And so the husband, Ray Higdon, has a podcast called Home Business Profits with Ray Higdon, and I've been listening to that on like a daily basis, and it's so good. Like the way he presents, he has a good sense of humor. He's easy to listen to. The podcasts are probably like 10 to 15 minutes. So you're not listening for like an hour, but it's great little snippets that totally apply to what you should be doing in your business. Those are kind of my biggest things, I think. And then, we had, if you want to look up things like Mari Smith, Mari Smith, she's she's like a Facebook marketer. And so she did an entire presentation on basically how to use Facebook, how to really use Facebook ads. One thing that I didn't know when it comes to Facebook ads was to, so when you have like your paid reach and your organic reach, that you want your organic reach to be 2/3, right, Victoria? I think it was 2/3 of your paid reach, and that you don't want to give your entire budget up front. So let's say you have a budget of, I don't know, $10 for an ad. You wouldn't just spend $10 right off the bat, because Facebook isn't going to utilize it in the same way as if you spend like $2, see who it reaches, get some of the organic reach, and then give them another $2 and another $2 and another $2. And so know ahead of time what your budget is, budget for your ads, and then give a little bit at a time.
That's smart.
Yeah.
For anybody who's new, because I know Megan's on here and she's probably like, what? Who is Team Platinum Presenters? And for anybody else who's like, who is what? We are a part of like many teams. Like, it's Team Beachbody is like the huge umbrella, like that's like the company, and then it's Team Platinum Presenters, and she's like our, what would she be, like our great grandma, let's say. And she has like a team of like, I would say 150,000 coaches, probably even more. And then under her 200 now.
It's over 200, yeah. So she's one of the 7 founding coaches, and so basically right? Victoria, you're saying no?
No, she's not a founding coach.
I don't think she's a founding coach either.
I thought she was a founding. Okay, sorry.
She's been coaching that long. Where she's
Okay.
which is still amazing, because she's got like, I think, the biggest downline, and she's not a founding coach,
right,
which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
right.
It's over 200,000 for sure. 'Cause she was hearing that.
Right. So then it's like her team that we're a part of, and then it's Team Go Getters that we're a part of, which is Mindy Wonder's team, and then it's Misfit Republic, and then it's our Freedom Tribe. So we're a part of a lot of different teams that you guys aren't like necessarily in their team pages, but just know that it's like when we're talking about like Christine Dwyer, she's super like grandma coach of us. So that kind of like breaks down that a little bit.
And she's really nice too, because I mean, I feel like I've gone and met a few of the top coaches and introduced myself and said hi. But I saw her, I guess, what is it, Friday? No, it was on Thursday, I guess it was, before the event started. And she was like seriously a hot mess. She was like all hot and sweaty. She was just coming back from an event with her team. And she sat there and talked with me for a few minutes, just like very casual and everything. So she's really down to earth and very nice.
Last year is very similar. Last year it was the Sunday, so like we had just finished our last day of training, and she and her husband were getting ready to leave, and I was waiting for my Uber, and so I just went up and introduced myself and told her that it was just an incredible training and that I had heard such amazing things, that it was my first experience. And yeah, we talked for probably a good 10 or 15 minutes, and she like genuinely wanted to know, how was the training, what could we have done better, like, did you feel like you got your money's worth? Like she's very interested in making sure that we're getting what we need.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you two, because Jess, you weren't there, right? No. Do you two have any questions for these two, or just questions in general about anything? You guys on the spot, since there's-
I have been through, Anne had a little Zoom call too, and then Sharon's my success partner.
Okay.
So I've heard a little bit here and there, but I thought, I was sitting here at the computer working, and I thought, I saw your link pop up, and I was like, oh, I'll jump on and listen.
Good job. Yeah. Might as well. It's kind of nice to hear it in different ways, because I'm sure they maybe explained it different second time or third time around than they do the first time around too. So.
And I saw that Andrea posted in Joelle's team page that they're doing a call tonight too, which I'm sure will be recorded. So if you're wanting additional information from other coaches, it never hurts to hear it multiple times.
But like you said too, like you can hear it from so many people, but it's not the same if you don't go. And I had written down, like, it's not just like the big events that you want to go to. Like, I think people overlook Super Saturday, and my hair is like crazy, you guys. It's like all over the place. Like Super Saturday is an awesome, like, small event to make sure you go to quarterly, and then like work your way up to Summit and work your way up to Platinum Edge. Cause I think like sometimes you can kind of get like, you can't overlook the small events either, cause those are the ones that are quarterly too.
And I think also just kind of looking for coaches in your area. I think sometimes we think like, oh, if they're not on our team, then we shouldn't be connecting with them. And, you should be looking for coaches in your area, because it's kind of like connecting with people who understand what you're doing and what your mission is and the business. It feels very different to talk to someone who's in it and doing it versus like a friend of yours who has no clue what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, the Super Saturdays are going to be really important because I've met a few other coaches. Well, I met a lot of coaches in the Austin area, but definitely other coaches, and hearing their style of doing things. And for one thing, I will say that when I first started coaching, I thought that this is just how, teams were. Teams are not like Misfit Republic. With the trainings and all the support that they offer and just everything like this, not all teams are like this. Some teams get just like thrown to the wolves, and it's not cool. But yeah, so I was like, oh wait, you guys don't have your own website? How is that not possible? But so this is a really great team. Another thing that I was going to say about the training at Platinum Edge was they had said something. I think it was maybe Danielle and Tony had said it, but it was just a good reminder that if you've got a lot of coach friends, you're going to always see personal development posts in your newsfeed. You're going to always see workout posts in your newsfeed, and you're going to always see all that. But your followers who don't have a ton of coach friends don't see that. So if you think like, oh, I got to do my personal development post every day, everyone's posting personal development stuff. No, not everybody is. So if you are like the only coach in your whole little network, then you are that shining light every single morning who's doing the personal development or whatever you do it, who's doing their workout every single day, who's trying to be positive, because there's so much negativity out there as it is. You are that one person that people are able to see. So if you kind of get flooded with other coach stuff in your newsfeed, don't forget that other people don't see what you see every day.
I love that too, because I think that, that community feel, even though, like it's so positive, and if you're like, that's all you see in your newsfeed, it's hard to have a bad day when you go on there and you see all these coaches posting all these positive things. But like you said, your friends, they don't get that, and they're stuck in that negative, like where Facebook is a complaint place, where Facebook is the place where they like, why me kind of thing. So being that light of hope and being that just that positivity or that like motivation, they don't get that every day like we do. Like it's crazy. So I love that you said that. That's so true.
And also keep in mind that not everyone sees all of your posts. So you might post, 3 to 5 times a day, but some of your friends may only see like one of your posts. So you might think like, oh, I'm annoying people with all this stuff. Well, they're probably not seeing it anyway. So you have to post multiple times to make sure that they're getting it. The other thing that I guess just kind of a side note, but I've been noticing that it's been working, and Jessica, I've noticed that you've been doing it too, is having some sort of scheduled post that your followers can count on every single day. So like Jessica does like a personal development post first thing in the morning, like a motivation type post first thing in the morning. I have, when I read my personal development, I just keep a log of like quotes that have hit me, and then I go into Buffer and schedule them. So every morning at 7:30, there's some sort of quote from a personal development that I've either read or listened to probably the month before that that goes out. And so that way I know that my followers are getting something positive first thing in the morning every single day without fail. And I'm starting to get a lot of traction, because I think people can count on the fact that at 7:30 every morning Anne has something positive coming out. So that's definitely a tip.
I know when we were on, was it last Friday? I think were you on last Friday? You and Chrissy were talking about that. So this week I did it today and I did it on Monday, and I did like a pray it with me, because when I read my devotional, at the end of my devotional, there's always a prayer. So like, that's what I'm going to start doing, is just do it like a pray it with me and the prayer. And the last 2 days I've done it, like it's insane how many people just like, it blows up with just something that's positive for people to look at in the morning. So it doesn't have to be necessarily like a personal development. Like it can, I guess your devotionals are personal development too, but like it can be something depending on like who you are, I guess.
I set mine up to where I have it all of October is at 8 a.m. I got one inspirational like picture because I'm finding a lot of people share it.
Mm.
And I want to do like a funny meme type thing for the afternoon. I just haven't gotten there yet, but I would like to do like 2 like that. And then I also don't feel so heated because I work full time and I'm a mom. So then I don't feel so pressured to get all these posts out every day, you know, each day creating new content. You know, that kind of helps take the pressure off. And like Ann said, you know, it kind of creates where people know, like I really enjoy Chrissy's one that she has set up each day. And I always kind of hone in on reading that.
Right. And you guys can use like, what did you say, Ann? Buffer or Hootsuite.com are the different like the different things you can just go in and like add your social media and just Hoots, like schedule it all out for the whole month. So it's one thing you don't have to think about every morning when you want to be like, I know that because that's like, since having Grace in the mornings, I'm like, before I know it, it's 10 o'clock and I'm like, shoot, I haven't even posted anything yet. People are probably like, did she survive the night? Who knows? You know, so like having something scheduled that's like at 8 o'clock or whatever is a good thing, especially for if you're super busy in the morning before you know it, it's like noon and you're don't even know where the morning went. So any other?
I don't schedule my posts in the morning anymore like I used to when I was working full time. However, that would probably, you know, be way beneficial instead of like 9 a.m. Like, what was I going to post again? But what I will say is that when you start scheduling out that many posts, a funny thing that's going to happen is like 10 days from now when that post pops up, it's going to be the perfect post for you to see that day.
All the time to me. I'm like, how did I know that I needed that 10 days ago?
Yes. So it's really funny how that happens.
Like the universe knows.
I know sometimes I get excited. I'm like, ooh, what did I post today?
I'm so insightful.
Anything else?
But so Anne was saying that she gets her like when she reads the personal development, she writes those things down. The National Wake Up Call, if you guys listen to that, there's always some sort of like catchy quote or something in there. Write those down. I know when at Platinum Edges I type everything out, I'm highlighting different like little quotes that they were saying throughout the trainings that I just reminded myself now that I need to go back and actually post those. So I have probably like I have 20 of them that I need to start like posting. But yeah, so there's always like, even if you don't get a chance to read your personal development or you didn't pick something up, there's going to be something somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, for sure. Anything else anyone can think of? Otherwise, I'm going to fill it out. Nick keeps coming down here and says, are you going to feed Grayson? Are you going to feed Grayson? I'm like, I'm not crying yet, so he doesn't
He's gonna
fed yet.
starve.
It's okay. But
I mean, unless anyone has any questions or needs help with anything.
and for anyone who's watching the recording, like if you watch this and you have questions, post it in our group. Like there's enough of us in there we can answer. Or somebody can do a live video if you have like a really specific question that's like a long-winded one. Feel free to post it in there.
Super Saturday is October 29th.
Yes.
Figure out a time to go. Make it happen.
Ours is the 30th in Portland.
Okay.
But Joel and Jericho are going to be there.
Oh,
Nice.
Jealous.
Yeah, they're going to Dallas. Dallas has theirs on Super Sunday.
Yeah, that's where
And
ours is.
yeah, I don't know if I want to go this time. Last time I went at 9:30, and so I had to leave my house like at 5:30 or 5. And now that it's at 8:30, I'd have to leave the house like at 4. And I was a bee by the end of the day. I was tired and I wanted to go to bed.
that's a long day.
So yeah, because it's like a 3.5-hour drive over there and then 3.5-hour drive back, and then you got to be like all positive and everything when everyone's wanting to work out and you just want to go home and go to bed. But it was really cool to see like Autumn in there. I went because Autumn and Carl's were supposed to be there, but now Carl's coming back with Joel and Jericho.
Cool.
Carl is amazing. I mean, obviously we've seen him at Summit, but he's really great at Super Saturdays. I went to Phoenix last year just to go and to see him, and it was well worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe I will just like sit by myself in a corner.
I can't wait until he comes up here. I think we have to get our Super Saturdays big. to have them up here. But Megan, I was going to tell you, I'll let you know. I think they're having one in Fargo, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll let you know when I know. I should know, but I don't know. So I'll let you know when I know. But yeah, anything else? Otherwise, we can close it out. Thanks, you guys, for getting on and giving us your little bit of knowledge, lots of knowledge. And I guess that's all.
I'll post my little thing that Christine talked about. I'll post it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Because I'm done for the night.
Sounds good.
And I'll see if I can share my Evernote link for anyone who has Evernote.
Perfect. Yeah, you could just almost like put in the files, like create a doc that's just like Platinum Edge or whatever.
Yeah.
For those.
Yeah, that's how I do mine on Evernote also.
Okay. Perfect.
And it'll just pop up as a read only, whether not, regardless if they have Evernote or not, it'll still like do a read only kind of thing for them.
Which is good because you don't want them editing really anyways. So.
Yeah.
Okie doke. I'm gonna